Hi, my name is Beth Bandy. I am principal of Beth Bandy Research and Consulting, and I specialize in doing all kinds of international research. In this video, I'm going to show you how to find real estate transaction prices in Japan. One of the challenges that researchers often face here in the United States, if we're doing research on individuals or companies, or in this case, real estate in other countries, is that we may or may not read the local language. And in this case, you don't have to use any kind of translation tools to access the data you want. This website is available in English for searching. You can also search in Japanese if you would like to. Down here in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, there is a button that says Japanese, and you can switch over there if you'd like. But in this case, you can search in English. This is a website that was prepared by the Japanese government and is updated quite regularly with new data about real estate transactions all across Japan. The agency that put this together is called the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport, and Tourism. And this ministry maintains a website, this thing called the General Land Information System, which is up in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Now, what this website lets you do is search in a number of different ways. First of all, you see this very stylized map of Japan here on the screen in front of you. You can, for instance, say if you want to know about real estate prices in Kyoto, you can click on that and find the city on the map and click on it, and then drill down in a map format to find the area you want information about. You can also do the same thing by going up here at the top of the screen. There is a aerial photo search option, which might be helpful to you as well if you know what a place looks like from the air. You know generally what a major nearby landmark is. You could use that to find the property you're looking for. You also can search over here by selecting search criteria on the left-hand side of the screen. So what you do if you want to use this option is you figure out when you want to know about. So you can say, oh, I want to know about the last quarter of the last year. I want to know about the last couple of years. You can go back pretty far. It goes all the way back to the first quarter of 2012. And so there you can select one or more of those. You can download a file. So if you want to just access all this information as a CSV file or an Excel file, you can do that. You also can go down here, and that would give you sort of everything. Another thing you can do, you can say, well, okay, I'm going to select, I want to see the fourth quarter of 2017 plus the past 2 years worth of transactions. And then I'm going to go down to section 2 that says select real estate type. Now the default here, which you can see if you forget, is the default is transactions for residential land only. And so that wouldn't include a house or anything like that on the land. So you can either leave this blank if you're just interested in transactions of land, but if you want something more specific, like a land and building, or this pink button here, pre-owned condominiums, etc., that is, you can click on that. So let's say we want to know about condominiums. So I click on that one. And then I'm going down to the third section. I want to know about these pre-owned condominiums for the last couple of years, including the fourth quarter of 2017. And I want to know about them for Tokyo. And then underneath Tokyo, if I didn't want Tokyo, I could say again, I wanted Kyoto or something. I could find the other prefecture that's appropriate on here, but I do want Tokyo. And then I'm going to go to the city, town, or ward and village. So I'll pick what I want. I want Shinagawa. And maybe within that, there's going to be another area. I'm just going to pick one that has a bunch of records so we can see what it looks like. So you can display all of these criteria on a map. Another option here is to search by the subway or the train lines and train stations. You'll find that there's kind of a relationship in Japan between the price of real estate and the proximity to a train station. So a lot of higher priced properties are located in close proximity to a train station. So if you want to look at how that plays out, you can search by this line and station to get a little more information. And then what you can do, now that I've selected some search criteria, I can also just get all of that information on one screen. So I'm going to hit this orange button on the lower left-hand side of the screen that says search for all of these conditions. And on the next page, I will get this list. What I get is a series of locations that I had selected. Will tell me what the nearest train station is, how far away it is from the train station. So for instance, if I wanted to, if there are multiple train stations in this area, I can search by the name of train stations and just see all the properties that are near one or another. I can search by distance and see how far away properties are from each of their train stations. That's farthest away, that's closest. I can also, this is the total transaction value for each property. And so what you're not seeing here is the name of an owner or the sort of detail you might see on a property record in the United States. But what this is valuable for is you can see overall in a particular area within a certain proximity, you can get a lot of data where you can maybe do an average price, or you can say, the average transaction price was, and do that for all of these different properties in this area. Or you can, drill down a little bit and say, okay, layout represents how many bedrooms and kitchens and living rooms you have in an apartment or whatever type of property you're looking at. In this case, if you move over a little bit to the right, you'll see use. It shows that these are houses. If you had sort of more condominiums or you had apartment buildings, it would change the type of use. So you can sort on here by type of property, by the size of property, under area here. And then once you have that type of detail nailed down, then you can go back over here to these total transaction prices, and in this column that I'm highlighting right here, and see what the average price is for a very specific type of property in this area. As you continue scrolling over to the right, you can see how old buildings are in the area. So if you know somebody lives in an older house versus a newer house, you can figure that out. You can keep looking, excuse me here, and you can keep going on over to see if there's any, when the transaction actually happened, etc. And then up here in the upper right-hand corner, there's a button that says download. So you can download all of this data into a spreadsheet and look at it and sort it in other ways, or do other types of calculations on it if that's helpful for you. So that's a quick overview of how to use this website. If you have more questions about it, there is a button in the upper right-hand corner that says how to use this website. It gives you a few more details than I may have covered here. And it's a really useful site. If you have any questions about real estate in Japan or about how to find particular types of records or information, I am available to answer questions. You can reach me through the contact form on my website, which is just my name. It's bethbandy.com. That's BETHBANDY.com. Thank you so much. Bye.